nobody really likes talking about who he was before he became Puffy. Nobody, like, I would love if I could be granted an interview with him. To interview Diddy now in his most raw state about his life up until the age of 15 only.
Damn.
We gotta learn how to stop making Diddies. What made him him?
Oh, hell no. Not Diddy bending men over in jail and giving them HIV. Get in here. Get in here because, girl, this tea is hot today and the details are even worse. Apparently, Diddy has prison wives and boy toys lined up in jail, and he has allegedly already given a couple of them STDs as a New Year's gift. A while ago, he was accused of allegedly giving Usher an STD, which he also went on to give to other people when he got freaky with them without protection. Diddy has been sharing these diseases for a while, and word on the street is that he is still doing it in jail. It's unclear who exactly is providing him with these escorts. But the situation has gotten so bad that his lawyer, Anthony Rico, filed a motion to be taken out of the entire case. You heard that right. Mind you, this is the same lawyer who had no problem representing Osama bin Laden. So the fact that he is dropping Diddy and running away from defending him means that there is even more dirt on him coming out that we don't know yet. Anthony Rico filed a motion just a few days ago to be removed as Diddy's lawyer because the evidence against him is much worse than he thought. He said he didn't know the extent of Diddy's crimes prior to accepting to be a part of his defense team. But after months of being on this case, he knows for a fact that this is a case he can't win. He said, and I quote, "Under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs. It is respectfully but regrettably requested that the court grant the relief requested. There are sufficient reasons for asking to be let off the case." Mind you, Diddy's trial is starting in May, and his lawyers are already leaving him for dust. Some people speculated that it might have something to do with his recent lawsuits because prior to his lawyers taking him on as a client, they weren't aware of the other things he had done. But a lot more victims have come out since then, and a lot more evidence has also been discovered, some of which we don't even know about yet. But it's also now being speculated that it may have something to do with the STDs that he is allegedly spreading in jail. These rumors started recently when Jaguar Wright accused Diddy of having HIV. She made the allegations while she was talking about how Diddy never used his billions to uplift the black community. Instead, he spent all his time being freaked out and other people into being freaked out with him without consent. She brought up the fact that Magic Johnson invested his money into actually helping people, unlike Diddy, who only used it to enable his depraved addiction.
I'm just curious, what he done?
Damn.
Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually made business, bank exchange, created dollars in real black neighborhoods so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
While she was talking about this, the interviewer tried to be shady by bringing up Magic's HIV diagnosis. But Jaguar wasn't here for the slick comments. And she said at least he owned up to it and used it as a chance to educate the world about the disease, unlike Diddy, who had kept it a whole secret so he could go around sharing it with people.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
Oh, but Jaguar wasn't done there. She said even aside from the diddler, there were 20 other people in the industry who allegedly have the disease that she can name drop. And they wouldn't be able to sue her because it's true. And their medical records could prove it. When she was asked to mention the names, she refused. But she said that she will be discussing it later on her own show called The Jaguar Wright Show.
I'll tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
Wait, please name them because we need to know.
I'm not doing
Wait a minute.
Things that I'll be discussing on the Jaguar Wright show from here on out.
Now, even though she didn't name drop the people in the list, a lot of people had a few names in mind because in some of her older interviews, she accused certain people of being part of Diddy's activities. One thing Jaguar is not scared to do is mention people's names, no matter how big they are. Not too long ago, she even accused Jay-Z of allegedly cutting a deal with the feds to expose Diddy so that nothing could be traced back to him.
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one. You know what? Let's not be coy. You know, I am Jaguar. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it off.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
And while we're on the topic of Usher, he is actually one of the major reasons why people believe that Diddy has HIV. It's been alleged for a while now that Usher has an STD and that it was given to him by Diddy. When Usher was 14, he was living with Diddy. And I'm sure most of y'all already know that nothing good happened in that house. Even Usher himself admitted to being made to see and indulge in adult activities. And Diddy was also caught slipping on camera when he seemingly admitted to sharing the same bed with a 14-year-old Usher every night. And with Diddy's track record with SA, I don't think I need to tell you why sleeping in the same bed with Usher is a huge, gigantic, tall, waving red flag.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody tried.
Mary J.
Okay.
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
Brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes.
Now, when it comes to him allegedly infecting Usher with an STD, those rumors started when an email from one of the publishers of Kim Porter's book leaked online. In the email, he was talking about how Kim revealed in the book that Diddy allegedly forced Usher into getting intimate with him and ended up giving him an STD. The email read, some of the things in the book covered Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom. To make matters even worse, Usher was sued by a woman back in 2017 for allegedly giving her herpes. According to her, Usher exposed her to herpes during their encounters, and that he didn't tell her he had been diagnosed with herpes in 2009. She claims she tested positive after experiencing symptoms and reading online reports of Usher's alleged diagnosis. And of course, course, a lot of people feel like Diddy probably gave him the herpes when he was a kid. So as you can see, there is some kind of history of Diddy having this alleged STD and giving it out to people. And unfortunately, Usher was one of those people that apparently caught it from him. Allegedly. Now, when it comes to Diddy giving it to people in jail and having escorts being brought to him, all that is alleged. So let's take it with a lot of bit of salt. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said if he was touching kids then, he gave it to them as well. No doubt he had it long before prison. For that, he belongs in the fires of hell. I love Jaguar Wright. She tells the truth. But what kills me is how in the world she knows all of this stuff. She knows so freaking much and nobody knew her before. I came to know about her the past few years. I'm so surprised she's still alive. These people are evil. Another person said, can you imagine being by him and then contracting AIDS from him? Sickening. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Diddy allegedly having HIV? And do you believe he has given it to people in prison? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.